Hi, welcome to Grade 4 Math Review Session 2. Today I'm going to start with question 39 in your math review packet. So question 39. Question 39 says, the shaded part of the model below represents the fraction of a candy bar that Jill ate. Tom has the same size candy bar. He eats 2 times the amount that Jill ate. What fraction of the candy bar does Tom eat? So we're going to start with what we know. This whole candy bar at the top represents what Jill ate. So this whole candy bar is one whole. And if I count the pieces that are shaded, 1, 2, 3, there are 3/8, and there's 3 shaded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 pieces in all. So the candy bar was cut into 8 pieces. So Jill ate 3/8 of the candy bar. So if I go down to the second piece of information, it says Tom had the same size candy bar. So let's make the same size candy bar. This one was cut up into 8ths, so we're going to do the same thing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it says he has the same size candy bar, but he eats 2 times the amount that Jill ate. Well, we know that Jill ate 3/8 of her candy bar, and the question says that Tom eats 2 times that amount. So 2 times that amount would be 3/8 times 2. And we know that when we have a whole number, we can change that whole number into a fraction by just putting it over a 1, because 2 over 1 is still equal to 2. So now that leaves me with numerator times numerator. 3 times 2 is 6. 8 times 1 is 8. So Tom eats 6/8 of the candy bar. So if I shade that in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. His is twice as many as what Jill had. Now, I could have also said the 3/8 that Jill ate. Twice as many means I'm going to double it. So if I didn't use the multiplication, I could have also used the addition sentence. And in addition, as long as the denominators are the same, all I do is add the numerators. 3 plus 3 is 6/8. So I get the same answer, whichever number expression you want to use. And also, when you have an answer for fractions, you always want to simplify to lowest terms. So I notice that 6 and 8 are both even numbers, so I can divide both of those by 2. And if I divide both of those by 2, I end up with 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 8 divided by 2 is 4. So 6/8 is simplified to 3/4. So my answer would be 6/8, or you could have used 3/4. Okay? Moving on to our next question. Question number 40. Question number 40 says, use each digit below, use each digit below to create a 5-digit number with the greatest value and a 5-digit number with the least value. Each digit can only be used once in each number. Then write a number sentence using greater than, less than, or equal to compare the two numbers that you created. So the digits they want us to use are 2, 9, 1, 3, and 8. They want us to create the greatest 5-digit number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First, they want me to make the greatest number using these 5 digits. Now, since I'm creating the greatest number or the greatest value, I have the ones place, the tens place, the hundreds place, the thousands place, and the 10,000s place. Since I'm going to make the greatest value, then that means that the bigger number has to be in the first spot. So in order to make the greatest value, I'm going to start with the greatest number, the biggest number, and work my way down. So the highest number here, 29138, the biggest number is 9. The next largest value number is 8. Then the next would be 3, then 2, and then 1. So the greatest number that I can create using these digits is 98,321. They also want me to create the least value. So the least value, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same thing for the least value. That means the smallest number that you can possibly make using all 5 digits. So the smallest number, I'm going to start with the smallest value. And the smallest value is 1. The next smallest is 2. The next smallest is 3. Then the next would be, so I have 1, 2, 3, 8, and 9. So I have all my digits in order from the smallest, and then they get larger and larger. So the least value would be 12,389. I went from smallest numbers to the largest, and for the greatest number, I went from the largest number to the smallest. But I'm not done. It also wants me to use a number sentence using greater than, less than, and equal to compare these two numbers that I just made. So I can say 98,321 is greater than 12,389. There's my number sentence. And remember, when you're using greater than and less than, the point always points to the smaller number. Or you can remember it is that the open end always goes towards the larger. So 98,000 is greater than 12,000. Okay? Moving on to question number 41. The question reads, the diagram below shows line AB, line CD, and line EF. So here's line AB, here's line CD, and here's line EF. It says identify two lines on this diagram that appear to be perpendicular to each other. Perpendicular, remember from our geometry unit, perpendicular means that two lines intersect. Intersect means that the two lines meet, and where they meet, they form a 90-degree or a right angle. So perpendicular is two lines where they cross or where they intersect, where they meet, form a 90-degree angle. So let's take a look. They want us to give two lines that are perpendicular to each other. So on this one, I could say that line AB is perpendicular to EF. So line AB is perpendicular to line, so AB is perpendicular to line EF. Or there's another pair of perpendicular lines. I could have said line CD is perpendicular to EF. So either that line or line CD is perpendicular to line So perpendicular means two lines that intersect or meet to form a 90 degree or a right angle. These are 90 degrees or right angles. That's what perpendicular means. Okay, and our last question for today, it says, Mick and Jackie buy a large sandwich to share. They each eat 2/5 of a sandwich. How much of the sandwich is remaining? So it says that they buy one large sandwich. So let's draw that. Here's my large sandwich that they bought. And it says they share the one sandwich. They each eat 2/5. So if this is my whole sandwich, it's cut into fifths because they said that they eat 2/5 each. So I have to cut the sandwich up into 5 parts. So we're going to draw 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's my sandwich. It was cut up into 5 parts. Now it says they each eat 2/5. So here is Mick's. So Mick ate those first 2/5, and Jackie eats 2 more fifths. So this is Mitch. This is Jackie. They want to know how much of the sandwich is remaining. So if I have 2/5 for Mick and Jackie ate 2/5, well, together, how much did they eat? Well, together means put it together. And since the denominators are already the same, all I have to do is add the numerators. So 2 plus 2 is 4/5. So they ate. This is how much of the sandwich both of them ate. But the question wants to know how much is left. Well, this whole sandwich, one whole is equal to 5/5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this whole sandwich had 5/5 of it. And if Mick and Jackie both ate 4/5 of it, that means they took it away or it's gone. They ate it, it's gone. That means I'm going to be subtracting. Well, 5 minus 4 is 1. My denominator stays the same. So I have 1/5 of the sandwich left, which is what the picture also represents. Mick had 2/5. Jackie had 2/5. I have 1/5 left over. And my math also shows that I had 1/5 left over. I hope this helped you. Thanks for listening. I'll see you soon. Bye.